Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you do not know me, my name is Tordis from Development with Tordis. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add in vMenu and how the basic configuration goes and how to work through the vMenu if you are brand new to FiveM. Just a little backstory of the vMenu. It is a menu in the top left or right that lets you customize clothing, make new characters, spawn in vehicles and weapons and a lot of other stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to configure all of the permissions. This will come with a permissions config. It will be a little complicated, but I will show you step by step on how to do that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. As always, I will keep every link in the description down below. I will always update any links that I use in every single video just to make your life a lot easier. And also I will leave what the link is right next to it. All right, so with vMenu, again, like in the intro, this is a fully functional menu. You can spawn cars, give yourself weapons. It just basically gives FiveM a bit of a boost when it comes to roleplay. It is the #1 essential thing you will need unless you run an ESX server or another type of version that does not need vMenu. This channel is all about vMenu. I might do some economy stuff later down the line, probably in a few months. But for now, I'm gonna stick with the vMenu side of things, the basic stuff, to not get into the more in-depth version just yet. The two things you will need right now is Open4 or OpenIV. It will be OpenIV.com. And I will leave all links in the description down below. As always, if you see an error message like I did, just click on advance and continue OpenIV, and you'll need to go to this website. It is by Tom Grobe. So I will leave this in the description. It's from GitHub. It's trusted 100%. The first thing you want to do is go into your server right here, your file explorer. You want to go into your TX data folder. Under the folder you put it in last video. That's when I showed you how to create your server, stock server, nothing is in it. So if you want to go to that video, you can also see the link in the description, or you can just go to my channel. It'll be the first video ever posted on the channel. All right, so let's go to CFX default, resources. All right, so here we have game modes, gameplay, local, managers, system, and test. We have these are the stock folders. Do not delete anything in here or else your server might not work. You can now, you can minimize this, or you can just, I don't recommend closing it out yet because we'll be using it a lot. So I recommend just either clicking out of it or just minimizing it and come back to the vMenu GitHub page. I will give you a few seconds to do that. As always, you can pause this video at any time if you are struggling. You can always rewind, watch as many times as you need to get the gist of what I am doing. Now what you're going to do is click this .zip and then wait till it downloads. Again, you'll need 7-zip or WinRAR to download this. I will leave both those links in the description as always. So for now, there will be 5 links in the description, one for the GitHub, one for the OpenIV or Open4, one for 7-zip, one for WinRAR, and also one the video posted about how to make a FiveM server. So since we are here, you want to go into your server right here. What I recommend doing is right-clicking, make a new folder called vMenu, and then press enter on your keyboard, or you can just click out. Make sure it is a capital M and everything else is lowercase, or it will not work. Now you can either highlight everything, or you can do Control A is what I do, and just drag and drop. So now since everything is in here, just double check that main thing is a config, everything is in here. From that, let me just put it right there. As you can tell, everything is in there. So now what we can do is close out. The next thing that you're going to do after you do that, it's not that hard. This is just the easy part. The more complicated part is later in the video. So you want to go to config, the only folder in here. You want to right click on permissions, cut it. Use that if you're on Windows 11, click the scissors icon or do Control X. If you're on Windows 10, just right click and then click on cut. Go back to where your server config is, right click again, and then click this paste button right here. Here is where your permissions config will be set. This is the configuration file that controls all of your games with your permissions, weather, admin, staff, almost everything within the server. If you do not use vMenu, you basically cannot do most things that most FiveM servers have, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish, is having a fully working FiveM server. All right, now you can leave the server config alone for now. This is what it looks like if it will let me drag it or not. Let me just maximize it and then drag it. All right, let me just do that. Perfect. So this is the permissions config. We're only going to change a few options in this configuration in this video. The next video will be more in depth. Visual Studio Code, it's vscode.com. Toggle key, do that. Type in 188. The F1 keybind right here. So if you have a 60%, it'll be FN and then press 1 on your keyboard. Or you can change this to stock to 244, which is M on your keyboard. M as in Michael. That is the only thing that you will need as of right now. If you scroll down further, you will see the player admin group. You will need your Steam hex for that. But since we're not doing that today, you can Control S or file save it, close out, and then go into your server config, and then you will see this. What I do is I just change these to all say start. What I also do is for basic scripts like this, you want to just type in start and then the resource name. So you want to type in start, add a space, and then do the resource name. Save it, and then on top right here, do and push your Enter key twice, go into the middle, and then type in exec permissions.cfg. Basically what that is, it's your permissions config. It's executing that, so all of your permissions that you set within the game will work. There we go. The server config is done, so you can save that. You can also change your host name if you want. All you gotta do is the SV host name, that's your server host name. I'm going to change that to developing with Tordis. There we go. You don't have to do a project name, but you can if you want. This is also your description that will be shown underneath your title in FiveM. Right here, you'll see the banner detail and connecting. This is the when you click connect, this is what will show up. These two images. There's nothing here right now because these images do not exist. You can customize these to your liking. You will need a link to do these. Since you're done with this, you can now close out of that and open up your server. So I'll be back when the server is fully open. All right, we are now in FiveM. And if you look in the top left, you will see that my server is online. What you can also do is go into here and you will see, make sure you also see started resource vMenu. If you do not see this, you haven't started it in your server config, or you downloaded the wrong file that doesn't have an FX manifest or a resource Lua. So just double check that before you start, when you start your server, before loading into your game, as a little troubleshoot. Let's go into my server. The keybind again to toggle the F1 menu or the V menu is F1. Here is all of your options. So you have online players, band players, player related, vehicle related options, world related options, voice chat settings, recording options, miscellaneous, about vMenu. Basically that just shows you what it's about, like the website version, and credits. Miscellaneous, you can teleport to waypoint, and this is basically like developing options. This will be more going in depth next video. What I recommend in the miscellaneous settings is turn on location blips. I would turn this on, but if you want more in depth, turn this off and also turn that off. What I do is also respawn as default MP character. I don't have one set because this is a new server. And also restore player appearance. And also, if you want to have your weapons saved when you die, make sure you have restore player weapons. And that is really it. Make sure you click save personal settings at the bottom. And then on the bottom left, you will see your settings have been saved. So right here, if we go to online players, you can see that that is my name. I am currently ID 1. On the server number 1, that is your ID. The hashtag number is your ID. If you click into it, you'll see your server ID is 1, or if you have many people in your server, that will change. Since I do not have permissions set up, I literally have every single thing possible. You can send a private message, teleport, summon people to your summon players to yourself. You can also teleport to the player. You can spectate them, toggle the GPS, which will make a purple line to the player on your map. You can also print the identifiers such as your Steam hex, your and other identifiers that identify your game. You can kill the player, kick them, ban them, and that's really it for that section. Ban players is just a list of banned players. You can keep them banned or unban them. Player related, we have many options. No clip, sorry about that. No clip is F2 by default. You can change that in the settings if you desire, but it will mess with other keybinds, so I don't recommend it. We got weapon options, create character. I have a few characters right here. It's a little glitchy because I don't have EUP in the server. You got vehicle related. You can spawn vehicles such as the ballista and basically any vehicle in the server. These are locked because it is not found in the DLC. That's basically the world options, time options, and you have weather options. The time just changes the time. It is server wide, so it's not just you. You got weather options. You can make it extra sunny. You can make it smog, which will slowly make it smog, foggy, and basically anything you can think of. Alright, so that's basically the vMenu in basic terms. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe down below, make sure to check out Rogue JV's TikTok and Twitch. That will be in the link below. Thank you to her again for making the YouTube logo. I greatly appreciate it, and everyone have a great rest of your day.